Welcome to the show, everyone. It's the Crypto Lark. Today, we're going to be talking about BigBom Ecosystem, a decentralized advertising ecosystem coming to Tomochain and Ethereum. We're going to be talking about just what they're doing after a giant thank you to all you guys who keep hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, sharing this video, commenting on the videos. Your support of the channel makes all the difference, guys. So thank you so much for being part of the cryptocurrency community. And of course, you guys do have to remember that this is not professional financial advice. This is just a dude talking about cryptocurrencies on this crazy place we call the internet. This is an ICO. Please do your own due diligence before investing your own money, because there is always a certain amount of inherent risk in investing in any ICO. So know the risks before putting your money down, guys. Unfortunately, this sale does exclude citizens of the United States. Furthermore, the team at BigBom has reached out to me to do a sponsored review of their project. But of course, as always, keeping an open and honest review, which is always easy to do for exciting projects. So let's go ahead and get into it. Of course, to understand what makes BigBom interesting, we have to understand the problem. Now, currently the online advertising industry is massive, accounting for 41% of all ad spends. In fact, this has now overtaken television advertising, and this number is only growing. Yet, in spite of the large market share and a lot of recent advances that have been made technologically, there are still a lot of critical problems plaguing the industry. Part of that, of course, is multi-channel advertising. People will be advertising on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and a whole different range of places, having to set up different accounts and different metrics for each time, which is, of course, very consuming of your time. Now, for ad buyers, it's not only time consuming, it's also a very inefficient process. But for ad sellers, you also have, for example, a risk of non-payment for services, because a lot of payments happen after delivery. A lot of ads are still manually managed, so they actually have to be manually approved by a person sitting somewhere to open it up and look at it, which is, of course, costly and super inefficient, and actually crazy to think that that's still how the advertising network works on the internet. The optimization, of course, for your ads is very weak across all channels, because it is all working essentially on multiple different islands that are not communicating with each other. And so the ad dollars being spent are not very effective either, or certainly nowhere near as effective as they could be. By the way, BigBom is being launched by an existing company which has run thousands of campaigns for large brands and companies, so they have a lot of advertising experience under their belt. We already have a beta out, so you can see what it's going to look like when it finally does get the token incorporated. You can, for example, see this is what an advertising campaign would have looked like for Tomo, and you come over here and check out the statistics, see what the actions were, compare the data, look at the efficiency of your ad spend, look at, price per click, for example, and certain things like this. So that is really great, and I think a really user-friendly looking platform, and of course great to see that it's not just a white paper idea. They've already got a product that they want to bring the blockchain to and use these tokens for. Now, BigBom will be running on Ethereum and on Tomo. Now, Tomochain, of course, has been getting a lot of press recently. This is a horizontal scaling solution for Ethereum via second layer blockchains. Now, BigBom and Tomo have signed a memorandum of understanding. So Tomochain is going to be providing advisory services and tech support. And in fact, BigBom will be running as an experiment, essentially, on Tomochain, testing for things like the speed of Tomochain versus Ethereum, which is very fascinating. Let's break down how this is going to work. Essentially, all campaigns, many platforms, one place. We're going to have the automatic optimization of ads, really removing the intermediaries, which of course are the traditional big ad gatekeepers that we have now, and removing their ability to make decisions in this process. Now, BigBom's going to be setting up an advertising marketplace, and we're also going to have BigBom iAds. So all this stuff together, we're going to have a recommendation engine for how to optimize your ads. Buyers can rate sellers in order to get bonus BigBom tokens. The rating and review system will make it easy to choose a publisher for your ad, and of course make the whole process much more reliable. There'll be a simple offer and bid contract system set up. There will also be lots of options for customization and the modification, which can all be done in real time. So say, for example, you have an ad running on Facebook, which is not really getting very much traction. Well, they can actually look and basically in real time automatically cancel that for you and reallocate those funds over to Twitter, for example, where your ad is doing really, really well, so you can maximize the potential of your ad. Now, the automated bidding will really help cut out these underperforming ads. So it's a really great system that they're setting up. I think it's a very intelligent way to be running ads. They're really focusing on having super easy to set up contracts with only a tiny gas fee paid, which of course will be a big improvement over current fees that are paid. Smart contracts here are going to be essentially acting as an escrow service, with the BigBom token used as a fast and easy settlement layer. And of course, the smart contracts then to back that up to ensure the delivery of the promises, or of course of the promised ad spends. Now, Tomochain tech will help deliver transactions in less than 2 seconds. Of course, that is very fast. Great to see that happening. And the BigBom token itself, essentially a utility token. It's going to be used to pay for services in the BigBom ecosystem. Now, of course, it can be bought during the ICO or on exchanges, or more importantly, directly from the BigBom reserve fund with a credit card for only a 5% fee, which is pretty awesome. All transactions in the ecosystem must take place in BigBom tokens. So if you come with your credit card, you're essentially, you're paying in fiat, but via buying BigBom tokens through the reserve fund. So it's a very nice way to make sure that the token is being used in a very robust manner inside the ecosystem, as well as making it very easy to onboard new customers. Let's have a look at the team. Now, the team is being led by Vung Nguyen. He is the CEO and also the co-founder, but he's also the CEO and co-founder of an online ad company, which gives him really great experience in the industry. It's a medium-sized team, 9 people listed here on the website, but they all have a lot of experience in tech, so that is really good to see. And the advisors, we have both the co-founders of Kyber Network and of Tomochain, which is great. And we have a man named David Vu, who literally wrote a book on blockchain and ICOs. So definitely some powerful people to have there advising the project as well. Great news for investors as well. Bancor and Kyber Network will both be listing BigBom tokens in June. So that gives really quick liquidity to investors. Having a look here at the roadmap, we will see really the main iteration of what BigBom wants to be released early next year. Moving forward through 2019, we'll see more customer engagement and trying to bring more advertisers and more publishers to the platform, which is really great. Before we get into the details of the token sale, there were some concerns that I did want to share with you about the BigBom token sale. The first is that there are quite a few other blockchain advertising companies out there. Now, look, in the real world, outside of blockchain, there are thousands of advertising companies, but I bring this up because currently none of the blockchain advertising companies have gained massive traction. That being said, though, this is certainly an industry that is ready for blockchain disruption. So even though there are a few competitors out there, there's more than enough space for all of them. And there's definitely a need for blockchain in the advertising market. Adoption. BigBom does offer a very attractive package, but of course you actually have to convince publishers and advertisers to get on board. That, of course, can be tricky with so much competition out there. Crypto volatility. Now, during the escrow period, essentially, you are exposed to the risk of the crypto markets, which, as we know, can be a substantial risk. Now, their answer to this is that you should believe in the token and the future value of BigBom tokens, so it shouldn't be too big of a concern, but I do flag that as a concern that a company needing to get paid may not be willing to expose themselves to signing a contract today, getting paid next week, and getting 10% less or 20% less money as a result. That's something you gotta keep real. Also, there's only a small percentage of tokens available in the public sale, which We're going to break down the metrics momentarily. I don't see it as being such a big problem, but some people may not like that. Let's break down some of the details of the token sale. The hard cap is only 12,000 Ethereum. Only 12,000 Ethereum, which by today's standards for ICOs is actually a very small amount of money that, based on today's numbers anyway, is only around $8 million approximately. So that really, I think, leaves a lot of potential growth for investors, especially when you consider that there's already more than 40,000 people in the Telegram, more than 13,000 people following on Twitter. There's a lot of people interested in BigBom, without a doubt. Now, the whitelist is open, so if you do want to get involved, don't waste time in getting over here and signing up for the whitelist. Whitelists do close from time to time, so definitely get over there and check that out. A 25% bonus was given out during the pre-sale. Currently, one Ethereum will be worth 20,000 BigBom tokens out of a 2 billion total supply for tokens. Only 16.25% is going up for the public sale. So as mentioned, it was a smallish number for the public sale. However, I don't flag that as being such a big concern based on what the rest of the tokens are going for. 13% going to founders, locked up for 2 years. Network Growth Fund, 30% of the tokens. Advisors and Bounty, 9% of the tokens. And Reserve Fund, 31% of the tokens. Now, the Reserve Fund, of course, is where advertisers can come in and buy with their credit card for a 5% premium, right? And of course, Network Growth Fund will be used to push BigBom forward and help them enter those new markets like the USA, for example. So I don't see this as being such a big problem that there is a small amount available for sale to the public. A lot of potential there, considering that there's only 12,000 Ethereum being raised, and that most of the rest of the tokens are either going to be locked up or being used for strategic reasons. So that's something to keep in mind. I like the BigBom ecosystem. I think there is a lot of opportunity here for it. The advertising industry is something that does need to be disrupted. It's also platform agnostic. You know, they can work with YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or whoever. Instead of trying to really replace the existing ad platforms, they want to supplement them and help really provide an area where if you're someone who wants to run an ad, it becomes a very easy process for you. And look, being someone who from time to time runs ads across many different networks, I can really appreciate the value of having one place to go and optimize my ad spend across many different platforms. Not to mention, of course, that we have backing by Bancor, by Kyber Network, and of course by Tomochain, and Tomochain is getting a lot of attention at the moment. And of course, anything that saves businesses time and money will probably be popular in the end. But hey, that's just the two Satoshis of a dude talking about cryptocurrencies on the internet. You guys are going to let me know what you think about BigBom Ecosystem down below in the comment section. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.